Welcome to Deep Thought. Connections between people are based on their spirits. Now, a lot of times we think when people get together or they have friendships or they relate to someone or they don't relate to someone, it's based on the outer appearance or social status and all of that. And those things play a factor, but ultimately, those are just structures built on top of a foundation. And that foundation is your spirit. That it really comes down to your temperament and everything. You know what? I remember I dealt with this woman, and she didn't have the same educational level or same class level or anything. But we got along because it was based on our spirit. And one thing I remember about her, like she did, some of the stuff how I was at the time and everything. I never forget. She said, that's your spirit. That's just your temperament. And she was just at a place where she could deal with that. And that's why we got along, even though on the surface, maybe not as much. Maybe not as much. Very physically attractive, though. And really, she let me know she didn't see me as physically attractive, but she still liked me, though. But it was based on the spirit. I'm going to tell you what. It really is that, because recently I've been watching this show on Netflix. It's called Dating Around. And they'll send a person on 5 dates, and then, out of those 5 dates, well, at least on most of the shows, it'll come down to one second date with someone. There was one show, a woman, she was like, forget this noise. she ain't dated anybody after the first round. But one of the things I peeped, and it wasn't so much as their physical appearance, but I'll say, you know what? It was everybody dated someone who was similar in character, in spirit. And it even really reflected in their outer appearance. Let me hit y'all with some quote unquote game. And I'll just say knowledge on this channel. I use game on my other channel, but let me hit y'all with some real knowledge. A person's outer appearance strongly reflects their inner appearance. That's how powerful spirit is. Like if I see anybody and I look at them from the outside, I already have a general idea about their spirit. General idea, and not just in their physical features, but also how they dress, how their behavior and everything. I get a very general idea about their spirit, their personality. That's why you get some people, they can look at someone and read them. Like you get those old school grandmothers, they could be country folk or something, and they'll read somebody better than a trained psychologist. But what they really reading is that spirit. That's how powerful it is. Seriously. And in fact, there are systems out in the world where you really can tell a person's personality by what they look like, their body shape, how they wear their clothing and everything. And I have a lot of knowledge of it, and I presented some stuff here and there on some of my on-demand videos and stuff. And I just present a little bit. But it's a powerful thing, because what it comes down to is someone's spirit. So the spirit, when we talk about relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship or a business relationship, a casual one, really comes down to people's spirits. It's interesting on my Main Man's channel that, I'm known for talking about body game and everything, but even that's a reflection of spirit. Like person has to have a certain body and how they built everything. It really is a reflection of their spirit, ultimately. Even if it's just the spirit to work out, there's still a reflection. So when people come together, well, let me use the example again of the outer appearance. Okay, the people both look good. Same social class. They got everything like on the surface looks good together, but they can't get along. That's because their spirits aren't clicking. Indeed, it's such a powerful thing. Think about it women find this, they pick it up on this more so than men, but some men can pick up on this. You ever meet someone and they had all the bells and whistles, but you felt something in your spirit wasn't dealing with them. Indeed, there's been many a woman I've dealt with. It might seem like things are going well at first, but then some in my spirit like ticks off, and I'm like, maybe not this one. And it's my suspicions or the gut feeling are always revealed later on. But then have you met other people, and they might not be what on the surface you consider physically appealing or somebody you can hang out with, but the spirit just click. Like I said, even in friendships, I remember there was this dude in college. Now I didn't know him. Now on the surface, just on surface interactions, I actually looked at him one time. I said, you know what, me and this dude gonna be fighting. And seriously, on a surface level, a few months later, this is one of the best friends I've had in life. This is one of the best friends I've had in life. That's because once you get past the physical, it's the spiritual. See, and when I say spiritual, I don't mean like a religious path. I mean that intangible part of your being. See, your body and the outer, that's like a vehicle. That's a car. That's like a car. That's a car. That's a house. Indeed, if you have a dream that has a house or a car, then pay attention because it could represent you. It could represent you. But your spirit is the driver. You're the software. Think about it like that. You can have, I don't care, you can have a smartphone, you can have a laptop, any type of device, but it's the software that runs it. Think of your spirit as the software. So, when people come together, they got to click on that spiritual level. That's how powerful it is. That's how powerful it is. And people really, honestly, even on the men's channel, when I talk about relationships and select and non-select, the only real difference is in spirit. And yeah, I'm talking about handsome men now and all of that, but really, you got some handsome men who are non-select. So what's the difference? And then you got some men who might be average looking and they strongly select. What's the difference? It's their spirit. That's the spirit. That's why you got a lot of guys out here trying to teach that thing called game, and they're not really getting any results because they're not dealing with the person's spirit. That's how important it is. That's how important it is for everything. What is it in your spirit that's like to succeed in life? What is it in your spirit? That's why you can get a person, they can start off poor and become a millionaire. And you can get a person that can start off as a millionaire, but, in a millionaire family or something, but something in their spirit takes them down to the bottom. I've actually seen that. I've seen that several times. I've seen people move up and down, and when you really look at them, it's something in their spirit. But when we talk about connections with people, it's really you got to connect on a spirit level, an intangible level. The software has to connect. Because the outer can change. Your money level, how much money you're making can change. Your physical beauty can change, no matter what. Your physical beauty can change. What is it? It's your spirit. It's your spirit. I want y'all to really think about that, okay? Anyway, that's all I have for today. Talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.